Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Sam, and this is Headbangers and Hard Rock Television. We got another music and band review coming up for you, so stick around. So what I'm going to try to find is I'm going to try to find bands, and I mean, we're going to do a couple popular bands, mainstream bands, but I'm really going to stick to trying to find bands that are not signed, independent labels, as best I can. There's so much music out there. I mean, it's unbelievable how much music, especially old school music like power metal, thrash metal, stuff like that. There is a lot out there. And speaking of thrash metal, today, we are going to be doing a band out of Athens, Greece called Violent Definition. They were formed in 2018 by guitarists Nick P and Nick G on the drums. And it wasn't too much longer after that, 2008, that they joined with George the Iron Beast on vocals. They finally completed the band in 2009 with Kostas P on bass. And in 2010, they came out with a 2-track demo that actually said within a few days was completely sold out. It looked like they took a hiatus. They didn't play too much, but when they took the hiatus, I guess you know how bands are in and out, but you definitely had your main components of Nick P on guitar, and you had the vocals from the Iron Beast. And finally in 2013, they finally started working on an album. But the difficulty is literally finding the other two pieces to complete the band. And anybody's been in bands, anybody's messed around with bands, and I've been around them a long time, especially local bands. You know, it's just sometimes too much drama. You know, guys got big heads or just don't match. Sometimes it's really, really hard to really find members to where you can really work together, be together, and come up with something that's great. So in 2017, they finally completed their new album that they're going to release in 2018 called Life Sentence. Life Sentence was a really good album. I listened to the whole album, and with the first track, really is an instrumental. And with the instrumental, you can see where at the beginning of that song, it started with real heavy riffs, real heavy, grungy, and as the song went along, it really just got heavier and faster, faster, faster. And then when the next track, their second track came up, it was all out, pretty much a fast tempo all the way through the album. Really, really good. It's one of them things where you just get in a pit and you just come out bloody. So to me, that album was just a complete, blistering, fast, heavy thrash metal. Hey, so Violent Definition, they released an album in 2020. Now, I've been trying to stick to 2021 new albums from bands I've been trying to find. I got a whole bunch of them, but I really enjoyed this little EP. It's a 2-song EP. The first track on the EP is called Reprobate Misfits. You know, when I listened to this, it really reminded me of like a Death Angel. I really like the heavy guitar. They had a couple, like one lead in there. I think two, actually, one lead in there. It was short and sweet. I wouldn't mind listening to a little bit more than that. I'd like to hear the drums, the double bass come out a little bit more in their music. But this was a good, heavy, the only thing I say comparison to, and it will be old school comparisons, that's just because I'm old school, and I'm not, and let's get something straight, I am no freaking boomer. I don't know what's this boomer stuff going on, but I am Generation X, buddy. You, people. I used to say it when I let all older people, them damn kids today. I can't, it's gonna be great when they get older. It's gonna be great when they get older and they sit down there and they're complaining how the younger kids are making fun of them. All right, so let's get back to the album. Apologize. All right, so the second track in this EP was The Last Grain in Your Hourglass. Second track I really enjoyed. Even my wife was saying that this compared when they were singing, this one here was more, this was more heavier. This was more of a pounding, more deliberate. It wasn't as fast paced as the first song on the EP. It was just as heavy. I think it had a couple more leads in it, which I really liked. That they did it tastefully. The leads were done very tastefully, and I liked it. I wish I could hear maybe a little bit more. I do enjoy that. The vocals, the wife had mentioned that she thought it sounded like Tommy Araya from Slayer, which it did have a feel of Slayer, but it was them. I mean, this was a really good EP. I love the song. Probably the second song on the EP, I probably liked a little bit better. So like I said, man, this EP was worth me bringing it to you. Now that everything is starting to open up, I don't know how it is in Greece, but here in America, you know, everything's starting to open up. We're starting to see concerts, live shows. So please get out and check them out if they're anywhere near you. And I will link everything everywhere. They will be in the description. They're on Bandcamp, Instagram, Facebook. I tell you what, if you like thrash metal, you go right to this next video. That is Angelus Apatrida. They're an awesome thrash band too. I would check them out. But make sure you come back, make sure you subscribe, and hit the thumbs up for us because it really helps, all right? Thanks for rocking out with the old Generation X guy.